I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate y'all being part of this discussion because it is, illegal immigration is imposing enormous consequences on South Texas, on the state of Texas, and the entire country. Consequences in terms of human suffering, in terms of the children, the unaccompanied minors that are coming over that are facing physical assault, sexual assault, and horrific conditions. In terms of the communities that are absorbing unprecedented massive influxes. In terms of communities across our country that are dealing with a deluge of drugs that are destroying Americans all across our nation. And what is so maddening is this crisis is man-made. It is caused by deliberate political decisions by this administration, by Joe Biden and by Kamala Harris. There are three decisions in particular that caused this crisis. The first week of office, Joe Biden immediately halted construction of Boerne. Also, the first week of office, Biden reinstated the failed catch and release policy. And the most indefensible decision is that Joe Biden ended the incredibly successful Remain in Mexico international agreement. Remain in Mexico, as everyone around the table knows, was an agreement that was negotiated by President Trump with the government of Mexico that provided that anyone who crossed illegally into Mexico, typically from Central America or South America, would remain in Mexico while their U.S. asylum cases were proceeding. And Remain in Mexico was unbelievably successful. Last year, less than 12 months ago, we had the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years. The problem was more solved than it had ever been in our lifetimes. And when Biden came in, the first day in office, he ripped that incredibly successful international agreement to shreds. Said we would no longer follow it. And what resulted was a massive influx of illegal immigration that has increased every single month. We have already had, in 7 months of the Biden administration, more than 1 million people come here illegally. We're on a pace to have more than 2 million people come here illegally. This is the highest rate of illegal immigration in 21 years. And maddeningly, the disaster will only get worse because this administration so far refuses to change the policies. And part of what they're counting on is they're counting on the corrupt corporate media to ignore this problem. Not to cover it as news, to treat it as yesterday's news, and to ignore it. I think we have an obligation to help people see what's happening. I would say not just folks who are watching Fox News. If you watch Fox News, you know what's going on. But if you watch CNN or ABC or CBS or NBC, there is no border crisis. Nothing happened, nothing to see here. That is profoundly harmful because for an awful lot of the country, they don't realize what's happening. And so this is really designed for us to have a conversation about what y'all are seeing on the ground and what the consequences are. Now let me turn to